Paducah Ford, your Lightning headquarters. Today, I really got a special treat. We are out at Beacon Dragway, and we are about to drag race the Lightning versus all kinds of different vehicles. I've got a Mach-E. This is a standard range, non-GT, but it is all-wheel drive. We'll see how that does. I've got an 11 GT Mustang. I've got an Ecoboost Mustang. Raptor, it ain't here yet. And I got an Ecosport for fun. This is gonna be a blast. I can't wait to see how everything turns out. Have fun. All right, this go around, we're gonna race the Mach-E. This is not a GT, it's a stock Mach-E, standard range, but it is all-wheel drive. So it might compete a little bit, so we'll find out what Bobby's got in the Mach-E. All right, so our first run, you can see that me driving the Lightning, not knowing what I'm doing, I got a terrible start. Bobby in the Mach-E had about a half-second start better, so we actually crossed over at similar times. The Lightning was much faster. You can see that on your timesheet, but with a better start, we'll see how it ends up. All right, so this time we got pretty good starts. Actually, I got off a little faster than Bobby in the Mach-E. You can see just a couple tenths faster, but this shows you what happens when you have a really tight race. So in 60 feet, about a tenth of a second. In 330 feet, now he got 3/10, and in the eighth of a mile, you're talking almost 5/10 faster. So you can see the Lightning on a fair, straight up race with similar starts is just gonna blow the Mach-E away. Oh boy, this is Chris's personal Mustang. This is an Ecoboost. This is a 4-cylinder car, but man, these things are pretty fast, and it's got all the tech that comes on a Mustang that makes it fast. But I don't think Chris can drive with a damn, so I'm gonna be good. All right, so Lightning versus Ecoboost Mustang. This one's really no contest. You knew this was going to be the case. This is a turbocharged 4, which held its own, but it's not near what a Lightning is. So even though both of them had terrible reaction times on this, 60 feet, you can see is much better for the Lightning. You get to 330, you're really starting to separate yourself almost a second. And then by the time you get to the eighth mile, it's pretty much a whole second difference. All right, this time we're gonna face off some good old-fashioned gas-powered horsepower. This is a Raptor. Aaron's gonna pilot the Raptor here. This is a dual turbo Ecoboost, and this is the high output version. Raptor's pretty fast. Let's see how it does. Okay, Raptor and Lightning, you know this is going to be another one that's pretty much no contest. The Raptor is not designed as a drag racer, it's not designed as a Baja racer. When you have all that off-road capability, obviously it's going to sacrifice on the track, but you can see that through 60, the Lightning really was kind of close, but it really started to separate at 330, and then on the eighth of a mile, you're seeing you're almost 3/4 of a second. So it's the Raptor just started to lose a little juice when it got into the higher range, and the Lightning just kept on trucking. Kevin's gonna got our little bit of a rent-a-wreck here. This is an 11 stock GT Mustang. It's premium, it's an automatic. This is a car that tons of people will want to get their hands on and start modifying and make it to a real mean machine. But it's stock right now. Kevin's got the rent-a-wreck. We'll see how he does. All right, so here's the one we knew were going to be the closest, the 11 GT, what we call the rent-a-wreck, and the Lightning. You can see they're very, very close. Even though the GT got terrible off the line, their actual times, the Lightning was a tenth of a second faster to 60, and that held true pretty much through 330 and through 1/8. So it's pretty much a tenth of a second faster throughout the entire run. All right, this is one I'm really worried about. 2022 Ecosport, the mean demon I like to call it. 1.5 liter turbocharged Ecoboost motor, 3-cylinder. This thing's scaring me legit. Now Zoe's gonna pilot this guy. We'll see if she's got what it takes. Thought it was going to be a little bit tighter than this, but you know, I guess that turbo 3-cylinder just couldn't keep up to the Lightning. The Ecosport, the little car that could, had a 3.21 through 60. Okay, and this is where it kind of falls off the rails at 330 feet, already 2 seconds ahead, and at 1/8 of a mile. What is that? That's 3 seconds, which is an eternity. But you know what? The Ecosport is what it is. It's a fun little car that gets great gas mileage. Of course, it's not as good a gas mileage as the Lightning because the Lightning doesn't use any gas, and it's a full-size truck. So kudos to the Ecosport for trying to hang in there. I'm gonna race Chris. He hasn't raced the Mach-E yet, and it's gonna hurt his feelings so bad when I beat him. He's so proud of that Ecoboost, which is a nice car, but I'm gonna beat him and he's gonna be so hurt. Roll your window down. All right, big boy. What, you think you got what it takes? We'll see, we'll see. Can you see his face when he starts crying when he loses? He can't even get stage right. Look at this guy. Smoked him.
The Mach-E beat my Ecoboost by 0.3.
No, wait. Hold on. 77.37 less 75.76. That looks to be like almost 2 seconds.
No, it was
That's a
0.3
second and a half. That's a second and a half. I call that a whoop'em. This is probably my favorite result because I get to embarrass Chris and his little Ecoboost Mustang that he's so proud of. The Mach-E blew its doors off. In all actuality, they're actually not that far off, but you can see through 60 feet. It's a little bit faster. It does separate itself at 330 by almost 2/10, and then at the 1/8 of a mile, it's almost 3/10. So in drag racing, that's a lot, but you know, Ecoboost is a fun little car, but obviously the Mach-E's got it in spades. Chris, how'd you do, big buddy?
I only lost by about a half a second. I beat the Raptor the first time. I'm gonna say that this right here beat a Raptor.
Did not hold a candle to the Lightning though. Now, this is an Ecoboost, it's not a GT, but man, these things are fast, and Chris isn't as bad a driver as I thought, so he held his own, but it did get smoked by the Lightning. All right, so raced the Mach-E a couple times. First time was my first race. My start was horrible. I'll give that one to Bobby because I had a bad start, and he knows what he's doing. Now, second time, we both had pretty good starts. Lightning did beat the Mach-E, and that's just because the battery's so much bigger. It's got more powerful motors, but what'd you think, Bobby?
I thought it was impressive. Both these vehicles, electric, all electric, which the future is what we're looking at. But this is the little go-together that could, I think.
Yeah, either way, you're getting a lot of acceleration and a lot of utility. They're fun cars. That's what this is all about, is showing you can get a practical car and still have tons of fun. All right, so Kevin had the Rematch, and this is a fast car. It's a stock GT, but a stock GT is fast. It's an 11 model. He got me first run on reaction and time. I did get him on the second run, probably just because I had a better reaction, but they're pretty similar in time. GT Mustang, Lightning, pretty fast. What'd you think?
The Lightning's impressive. It really is. It's surprising.
And Kevin knows how to drive, so that's saying a lot. All right, so Zoe had the Ecosport. You know, hey, it's kind of like the little car that could. Believe it or not, I drive this car on a daily basis. You can tell because it hasn't been washed in a year. But what do you think, Zoe?
It was fun.
Zoe had fun, and really, that's all that matters. Okay, so that's it. But thank you so much to everybody from Beacon Dragway for letting us come out here today. It's super nice of them. Thanks to Keith for letting us come out, Donnie for setting everything up. I can't thank you enough. This was such a fun experience. Hopefully you watching enjoy it. And if you're in Paducah area and you want to see how your car runs, come on out to Beacon Dragway and have some fun. So here's all our times. It was pretty much one of the most funnest days I've had in a long time. I mean, it's such a great experience to get out there, show what these cars can do. Once again, I can't say thank you enough to Beacon Dragway. So if you follow us, we'll get you updates on Ford, we'll post recall updates, we'll do how-tos on how to operate the vehicles, give you updates on product, and of course fun videos like this where you can see what the lighting can do, and then make sure to check out a Bronco off-road video because that shows you what the Bronco can do. And there's many more to come, so enjoy. One more thing that the Lightning can do better than any of these other cars is I got a front.